Hello everyone. We hope you're having an amazing day today. If you have clicked on this video, you know it's time to discuss Rip Wheeler. Wheeler is one of the most unique characters of Yellowstone. On the surface, he doesn't have a major part in the series, but when you get deeper, you realize that he is the only non-Dutton character in the series that manages to be a part of the main characters. This means that his role has deeper meanings and importance for the show. But it seems like his part in the show was getting to an end as the latest developments in the Yellowstone ranch require him to go away. What does that mean? Will Rip say goodbye to Yellowstone for good? Will he ever return? What will happen to Beth without him? We will try to answer all these questions for you in this video. But first, let's have a brief recap of the events that took place in Yellowstone Season 5 so far. The new season started with John Dutton becoming the new governor of Montana. This was good news for him, as he thought he can save the Yellowstone ranch if he has political power in his hands. In Rip's opinion, though, this wasn't a smart move on John's part, as his priority must have been the Yellowstone ranch. Instead, now he was bound to be occupied with the state's work, meaning that the ranch will be left at the hands of Rip. We cannot think of anyone more trustworthy than Rip to take care of the ranch, but it's clear that any business needs a CEO or a manager who will take care of things. When it comes to Yellowstone Ranch, that person is John, and seeing him giving his attention somewhere else is very much disturbing for Rip. He even vocally expressed his thoughts to Beth and made it clear that in his opinion, the Duttons will soon lose their ranch. Other than John's political career, we have been witnessing lots of flashback scenes in Yellowstone Season 5, all of which are in relation to the relationship between Beth and Rip. In these flashbacks, we see clearly that Beth was interested in Rip from the second she saw him, but she couldn't help but undermine him and regard him as inferior. So she never treated him as an equal party, and since Rip didn't push her to be with him, she chose the dark side and decided to torture him with her actions. She got involved with someone else on the ranch in front of Rip, knowing that seeing her with someone else would hurt him very deeply. In another flashback, we watch Rip and Beth's lover go into the mountains for the branding. There, Rip beats the man to death for insulting Beth. Then he returns to the ranch, informing John of the killing. In response, John made him promise to be loyal to the Yellowstone Ranch forever in return for saving him from serving in prison. So with a single incident, Rip got his first killing, made a pledge to John, became a lifelong servant of the Yellowstone Ranch, and became a man. This explained why he never argues with John and obeys his orders, no question asked. In last week's episode, we witnessed Rip suffering once again due to his loyalty to John. Since the cattle got a disease, it became mandatory for half of it to be resettled in a rental land in the south so that they can survive the winter. John ordered Rip to take the cattle to the south, as he is his most trusted employee. Rip, despite being newly married and wouldn't want to spend a night away from Beth, couldn't say no to John. And now he is getting ready to be away from the Yellowstone Ranch for about a year. This is a very long time, and we believe it will be very difficult for the couple to survive such a long time apart. Especially Beth is bound to fall into her dark side when Rip is away, meaning that she might do very troubling things that we do not even want to think about. Rip would be fine without Beth for sure, but it's likely for Beth's enemies to target him when he is far away from home. Rip is more than capable of protecting himself, and yet still we believe any property of Yellowstone Ranch is an open target when they are away from the ranch. So this goodbye might be the last goodbye that we say to Rip. Such a separation from the ranch might be the end of him. What are your thoughts on Rip leaving the ranch? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.